Does it not allow for the options to go Pro Controller? That's actually very curious. I'm trying to connect my controller right now. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, backup plan? Time to go for Joy-Cons. Place the R Joy-Cons on the flat surface. Okay. Point and press plus to center the cursor. To recenter. Interesting. So you can't really do this with the Pro Controller at all. They have such nice music. I love this guy right there, just doing his own little thing. Completely ignorant of what is about to happen in this game. But I guess we shall see what happens in this game. Let's get started. I like this guy. So in case, if anyone's unaware of this game, literally the goal of the game is to essentially code your way through the logic. They will have some requirements that you need to do, and your goal is try to do them with logic. So it's essentially coding for beginners. Welcome to your first day. It looks like an excellent instruction follower. Your first job will appear overnight over there on the right side. Remember, you can always ask for help. Your program should tell your worker to grab each box from the inbox and drop it in the outbox. So let's drop it from the inbox and let's drop it from the outbox and let's go. Oof. Looks like I already made a mistake. So because there's 3 boxes, I need to actually have 3 inputs, 3 outputs. Ooh. Okay. Look at my guy go. He's just running back and forth, back and forth. Easy enough. Your presence is requested on the next floor. Busy mirror. Let's go. It took us 1 year to figure that out. What? Congratulations on your promotion. Most people's transfer over and equipment for you this far. You have a bright future. Here's your assignment. Okay, so you got a new thing called jump command. It allows you to jump to different lines in your programming. You can complete the assignment by only using 3 commands total. Yep. So a jump command is actually just very, very similar to a loop situation in coding. So you can easily just do that and it will just loop through all the options. And then I guess we can scroll to go faster. Yeah, I'll just loop through every command until it's finished. Just pretty cool. Busy man room. Your presence requested on the next floor. Let's go to the next floor. Year 3. The copy floor. Oh no. The inbox conveyor system is completely broken. But that doesn't mean we can take a break from work. Okay. So they want us to spell out the word bug. And let's see if we can pick stuff up. So the copy from function, you can choose to copy out which function you want to copy. And then you output that. Let's put the 3 outputs in already. And then let's do more copy from. Nope, not the J. It's kind of weird that this game is like motion controlled instead of like buttons. But I guess it makes sense because this is originally a PC game. But, you know, still pretty cool. I just have to get used to the motion controls. Scrambler handler, year 4. The configure simply fix, just in time for you to get to work. The data won't collate itself. What? Grab the first 2 things from the box and drop them into the outbox in the reverse order. Repeat until the box is empty. Okay. So copy from and copy to is essentially putting variable names into the memory allocation. That's what I'm assuming that's what that is. So input, copy to, let's copy to box 1. And then let's take the inbox and then output it. And then copy from inbox 1. And then we'll repeat. Actually, we need output first. So what this is saying is that the first box will go into the first block. The second box will then be just straight inputted. And then I'll take back from the original box and then copy it out. Easy enough. And just as a reference, I've seen videos of this game, but I actually never watched it past this level because I actually want to try this game out for myself because it actually looks really fun. And like you get all these cool missions in the future, see? You can spread out. I have all of those fun missions ahead of me, so it's gonna be a fun game to play, in my opinion. Coffee time. It takes me 5 years to get coffee? Dang. Ooh.
Back to work, everyone.
Regions of the city continue to experience power failure. Local authorities are investigating.
Ooh. Power failure? Where are the Monster Inc.'s scare department when you need them, huh? Oh, welcome to my personal rain clouds. I was very good at math. I was never very good at math since I only had 3 fingers in each hand. But I hear you don't actually need to know very much about math to complete these assignments. Okay. For each 2 things in the inbox, add them together and put them in the outbox. You got a new command. It adds the content on a tile on the floor to whatever value you're currently holding. What? So does it add? Okay, let me test this out. So let's take inbox. Copy to number 1. Let's take another inbox. Add 1. I want to see what happens. Okay, so that's a 1, 2. So either the floor is gonna be 3 or my hand's gonna be 3. Okay, so my hand is 3. Good to know. For each 2 things in the box, yeah, okay. So I can just do that, add to 0, then output, and then jump back to the beginning. Let me zoom this forward. I think this is right. Yeah, this should be good. Rainy summer. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so now I have 2 paths. I can go the blue path or do the Let's do all the orange path. Tripler room, year 8. Who are you? This is optional areas for high performing employee only. Is that you? Well, you're late. 7 years late. What? But we need to make some changes around here. I want to see 100% performance increase. From this point on, your performance will be evaluated on extra scrutiny. Ugh, I can't even speak today. But, okay, let's see what they want. For each thing in the input inbox, triple it and output it in the result. Self-improvement tip. Where are we going this? Please leave the high-level decision to management. Okay, so we just want to triple it. Is in, like, cube it? Or triple as in, like, multiply by 3? That's what I want to know. If I'm assuming they mean cube it, let's just do this then. Oh, I think it's moving by multiply by 3. Yeah. And then because we have all that work. Oh yeah, I gotta censor the search right now. Outputs, then we can jump and restart the whole thing all over. This should be very efficient. Hopefully. Hopefully that's what they wanted. Use 6 or fewer command. Nice. Use 24 steps. Oh look, I got the optimal solution. What are the odds? Octoplier Suite. Year 10. Year 10? What happened to year 7? Where have I been working here for 10 years? Am I old now? Yes, you can always check your own performance on each assignment. Optimization challenge. The 2 green lights next to each button in the elevator tell you if you're... Is there anything else like controlling than self-improvement? I don't know about that, man. I don't know. For each thing in the inbox, multiply by 8. And output the result in the outbox. Use a bunch of add commands is easy, but wasteful. Can you do it using only 3 add commands? Management is waiting. Ah, okay. So they want me to implement a system where I have to double it, and then double it and double it again instead of adding it 7 times in a row. So the best way to do that is do that, add, right? And then copy 2. And I'll keep it at 0. I don't need the other spaces. Let's be real. No one's ever gonna check those spaces. Add, copy 2. Add. Okay. So based on this, it doubles. Based on this, it times 4, and based on this, it times 8. Then I just output it. Easy enough. There's not really a way for me to stop the output loops. So that's why I didn't really do more loops than that, but I think this is good enough. And I only have 1 memory location space, which is very, very nice. It means I don't waste any space. Huh. Optimal solution. Let's go. Tetracontiplier, year 12. What a wonderful feeling. When all of your work over the past few years has all come together and culminate in a well-executed assignment. Okay, for each thing in the inbox, multiply it by 40 and put it in the outbox. Ah, okay, this is gonna be tough. Because multiplying it by... It's not a power of 2, or it's not a power of 3 or anything like that. So that means I have to figure out a smart way to figure out how to multiply together. And based on my initial impressions, 40 is divisible by 8 and 5. But that's not going to help us much. Because the 5 is a big issue for me. Like, that means you have to add it 5 times. Which is not going to be very efficient. Can you multiply a number by 10? Okay, let's think about this. If I add to 10... That means there's a 10 adding buttons. And then I also have to multiply by 4, so that's another 2. So that's 12 adding buttons. But if I do it by 8... Oh, wait, we have a solution. What if we could do the number times 32? Right? Because 32 is a duplicate, is a power of things, so that's the total of 5. And then we could just go back to where the 8 was and add that. Because that's a power of 3. So that's a total of 5 additionals. Actually, 6 additionals, because you have to account for the adding of the 8 and the 4. That could work, and we're only using 2 spaces, so that's very legal. I think that might be a good option. So copy 2, 0, right? Add. Copy 2. Add. Copy 2. Add. So right now, this is 8. I want to copy this to number 1. And I want to copy this to number 2. That was 0, right? And then add from 0, right? Once again, add from 0. So now it's a power of 5, which is 32. So now what I want to do is I actually want to add it to where it was, have the 8. And then I can output that, right? Is that a legal move? Am I oversimplifying this? Only time will tell. Let's go. Okay, so at least I know it works. The question is, did I optimize it enough? I use 15 lines? And I use 60 steps. Okay. So I did it, but not optimally. Because I used 1 more line than I should have. And I used 4 more steps than I should have. Which means I'm actually like just 1 above. Let me see if I can optimize this a bit more. Input it to 0. Add it. Input 0, add. Input 0, add. So the extra code line is actually this. Oh, I guess I don't need this, right? I really don't need that 1 line, because all I'm doing is I'm repeating the same steps as the other line, right? So if I do this, this should give me the optimal solution. Use 14 lines, yep. And I saved myself 4 different code lines, so this should work too. Nice! I'm getting this game. Slowly but surely. Let's go back down to year 7, because apparently I skipped 3 years of my life doing the hard stuff. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or 10 years? I have a note here from your other boss saying that your performance will be evaluated with extra scrutiny. What a treat. Send all things that are not 0 to the outbox. You got a new command. It jumps only if the value that you're holding is 0. Otherwise, it'll continue to the next line. This would have been useful to have earlier, but it's okay. We'll deal with it. So what they want is just the input equals output, but if it's 0, just go to the next input. And that should be fine. Oof. Okay. Not enough stuff. Oh. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay, I see what I did wrong now. If it's 0, I want to skip to the end, right? And if it is not 0, does this work? Okay, so it does work because I didn't jump to 0. Easy enough. Complete in 23 or fewer steps. Excuse me. Okay. I can do it in less steps? How? There's literally only 4 lines of code. How? How can you make it more efficient than this? Aww. Challenges may be difficult. In many cases, it's not optimal to use both. Okay. Like realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe there's a lot. See, like there's a lot of zeros there, but how am I supposed to optimize it? I don't understand. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if you did the maximum, that's like. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on. I will have to figure that out another time because I actually want to look at more cool puzzles. So let's do year 9. It has come to our attention that the Zero Advocacy Committee felt the precious assignment. No, the previous assignment was not inclusive. This time, send only zeros in the outbox. What happened to other numbers and letters? Management leaves the details up to you. Okay, so easy enough. Inbox. Jump of 0. Jump. Okay, so this would actually skip it if I do this like this. Can go outside? Can go outside. I guess I just need 2 jump boxes at this rate. Right, because inbox, jump of zeros, go over here. And then it'll do its stuff. Because then it'll outbox if it's 0 and it'll go back to the beginning. If it's not 0, it'll just jump back to the beginning. Easy. Let's go. 5 or fewer commands. I use 5 commands. Nice. 25 lines or steps. And I use 28. Okay. So just based on this, it seems like I'm very, very good at using the least amount of lines. I'm just really bad at using speed. Curse you, log O notation, or O notations coding. Subtractions. I never learned that in school. Did you? Did you? Did you? We're a good team. Okay, let's see what they want. For each 2 things in the inbox, first subtract the first from the second and put the result in the outbox. And then subtract the second from the first and then put that in the outbox. Okay. Okay, I think I get what's going on. So object 1. Subtract the first from the second. Okay, let's copy that to box 0. Right? And input box 2, let's put that into box 2. Because now the pieces actually matters. So we want to make sure that we have enough to go around. Sub. Box 1. Okay. Output that. And then copy from box 1. Subtract from box 1. And then output that. Right? And then jump to start all over. That seems like what the game wanted me to do. Okay, so I actually got it perfectly in terms of like optimization. But actually look what happens. 4, 7. So the first step, I have the 4. Then I have the 7. 7 minus 4. Okay, so it takes the number in my hand minus the number in the floor. So 1 minus 9. Okay, then it'll be grab this 9 minus 1. So that'll be 7. Okay. Okay, I'm getting that now. What was the question again? Subtract the first from the second. Yeah, okay. That makes total sense. So I got the code logic because the game sense kind of tells me to do it that way. I just want to see what it actually does in case I do need to figure it out in the future. Sub hallway. You're 11. I spent 13 years in this game, you guys. I'm so old. Sometimes, some numbers are bigger than other numbers, and sometimes they are the same. How can we know? Read about that here in the which number are you looking for? You can borrow it later. Okay, let's see. Why are there scientists in the room? What are they doing there? They're just taking notes. They're like, this guy in the back is like, oh crap, he's sweating. What's going on here? Ooh, hello world. Haha. Classic. Oh. Hello world. That's the new hello world. Anyway, Get 2 things from the inbox if they're equal. Put one of them in the outbox. Discard the not equal pairs and repeat. You got comments. You can use them to mark sections of your program. Okay, interesting. So let's take inbox. Let's say copy 2. Right? And then take inbox. See, okay, so my initial guess is that I have to do a equals like comparison thing. But another option you could easily do is what we call subtraction. Right? But at the same time, we don't want to lose those numbers in case we do have the situation where they aren't the same numbers. So let's copy it to box 1. Oof. Let's copy to box 1, please. So I sub 0. If there's 0, then I grab from box 0 and I send it to outbox. Right? Isn't that the logic of the game? But they're being sneaky about it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually do a different copy from box 0. I mean from box 1 because, and then I'll let me put this down and I'll let you know why. So what happens is that if they are the same number, box 0 and box 1 will be the same exact number. So I could copy it from box 1 or box 0. But because I have this jump function, I'd rather have box 0 first because that's the first number that was in the list. Right? And the second number is going to be on the box 1 area. So I can easily just put box 1 or box 0 for 0 option. But for box, if they're not the same, it has to be in order. So I think this is legit. Oh. Management expected 1, but you outbox 7? What? Wait a minute. Did it only want duplicates? Let me go back to the question. Tell me more. Give me an example. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it only wants duplicates. Oops, I read that wrong. Okay, then that's easy. That's easy. I just have to do another jump and make a jump back here. Easy dubs, right? Because then it's not the same. But the 8 is the same, so it's fine. And that should be good. A lot of jumps there. Use 9 or fewer commands. Or use 27 fewer steps. Inputs. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of these 2 lines. Just because of the fact that you don't need to. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of one of those lines because you don't need to copy it in case they are the same. Because initially the reason why I had that there is because if they were different, I need to remember the second number. But because I don't anymore, this is a very valid line. Oh, this is cool. It doesn't count as a line. So we do hello world chat right here. It works. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. But yeah, see? Because these numbers aren't the same, it doesn't matter. I don't need to memorize what the number 2 was. Copy from a number that we don't know. Oops. I guess that's the power of debugging. You just gotta figure it all out, huh? Yeah. Oh. I'm using 3 more lines than I have to. Well, let's put it here. Does that work? I'm using 1 more line than I have to. Okay. The thing is, even if I place like this here or here, I don't think it changes that much, does it? I'm gonna check that out because it actually looks very close, if not identical. Nope. Okay. So I'm still using 1 more line than I have to. That's interesting. What line is a waste in my code? Things I need those. I need that because right now my hand is 0, which, you know, that's not right. It looks like I need everything. I don't understand. I love the music though. The music is very nice and relaxing. I can just listen to it all day. I guess it's like coding music. How can I save a few lines? If I even can save a few lines. I don't think I can. Like, at least in my head, this is the solution that makes the most sense logically, without like compromising on number of lines. Maybe I can watch it and see if I can find a mistake somewhere. Right, so it skips it. Goes back to the beginning. Okay. I don't know. It seems pretty good to me. That's kind of disappointing, but I guess I had to move on. Maximization room. There's been a change of plans. The accounting department has determined that treating all numbers equally is no longer profitable. Management want big numbers only. Grab 2 things from the inbox and put the bigger of the 2 box. If they're equal, just pick either one. Repeat. We got a new command. Jump if only thing is less than negative. Okay. I see what they want me to do. So essentially they want this number here, this number, compare. If it's negative, take 1. If it's not negative, take the other. Copy 2, 0, right? And copy 2, 1. Subtract from 0. If negative, do something. If not negative, go to the beginning. Right. So this is where if statement comes in handy, but since we don't really have if statements essentially. So the number is negative. It means that the number 0 is bigger. So copy from 0 and output it. But if it's positive, it means that number 1 was bigger all along. And so we just output that. And that should be good. That's a fun logic puzzle. I used 12 lines instead of 10. And I used 36 more steps. Okay. So essentially they're saying I'm wasting 2 lines. My initial guess is maybe these. I don't need the copy 2, but at the same time I prefer the copy 2. Let's see, how can I optimize this? It says I'm wasting 2 lines though, right? What could be a solution to this? If you can't tell, my avatar is getting angry because I'm trying to squint, which means I'm trying to think of a solution, but it's pretty hard. I need number 1, I need number 0 just in case, right? And I subtract them. If the number is from 1, I take. This to me seems like a simple for loop, right? If I don't have this line here, would it just like not do anything? I honestly have no clue. Let's just go for all the answers first, and then we'll go from there. It looks like another coffee room. Let's go talk. Listen.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service. Back to work, everyone.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Uh-oh. That sounds pretty bad. It sounds like they're gonna get some kind of apocalypse soon. Let's go for the executive lounge. That seems fun, right? 17 years. Yes, I've always felt most comfortable with a nice and cold logical decision. Emotional decisions are for the weak. Okay, let's see what happens. For each of the 2 things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign. Send a 1 in the outbox if their signs are different. Oh, that's gonna be tough. So what I'm thinking is that we have to use jump statements a lot. Especially the jump if negative, because that's actually this is gonna be like the meat of the sandwich. Inbox. Jump if negative. And then inbox again. And jump if negative again. And then at the end, just output based on copy from a 1 or a 0. Right? That's at the end. These are my two options, and these are my two inputs. I don't even need, like, if I'm thinking honestly, I don't even need to put these blocks down in 1 or 0s, because I don't really need to know their numbers. I just need to know they're positive or negative, right? So let's take a box of input 1, for example. If inbox is negative, I want my second number to be negative also. So that's going to a 1. But if they're positive, I want to go there and I want to output. However, I also need another inbox here if it is negative. If it's not negative, it'll go through. And if it's negative, right? So this is positive and this is negative. Then I want to have a 0. But if it's positive, I want it to have a positive, and then I will output that right. So that looks like a lot of jumping, but I think this is legit. Big brain strategy, this works first time. I doubt it, but big brains. Okay, place your bets now. Do you think this thing's gonna work first try? This is like no notes at all. It's just me rambling on, trying to make sure this works. Let's check it out. They're both positive. Wait, what? 0 if they're both. Oh, oops. So I swapped it by accident. So whoever wrote that I was not gonna get the first time, you are correct. I did not get it the first try. But let's see if I get it the second try. Okay. Those numbers are different. So that's a 1. Nice. Okay. So after that, I should have had a box going back to the beginning, because this is a loop after all, right? Let's watch this guy do work. Look at him go. There's a negative. There's a positive. It's a 1. Wow. Look at this guy getting all 1s. So smart. He's so smart. He follows the rules exactly like you say it would. I got it in 28 steps, but I did not use the amount of correct size. Okay, this is actually a first. This is the first time I've done a speed challenge without being the size challenge. That's intriguing. But hey, we did it. We are on our way to success. Absolute positivity? Ha! Positive attitudes are determined to increase productivity. And now therefore mandatory. Smile! He's already smiling. Management is watching. But those guys are gone. What am I supposed to do now? I guess they can't observe me anymore because they have their own fancy observation room, maybe? Send each thing from the inbox to the output, but if the number is negative, removes its negative signs first. Okay. Easy enough, I think. Input, output. Done. For the positives, anyway. But if they are negative, we gotta go somewhere else. We gotta skip it over to here. I love the music. Okay, focus. If they're negative, copy to a 0 box. Nice. And then add it twice. Because the first adding will just make it 0. And then adding it will make it positive? Or is it subtracting? Let's see, -7, add a -7, that's a -14. Oops. So it actually should be subtracting. You subtract a negative, it becomes a positive. And then we can output that, and then we can jump back to 0. Is there a smarter way to do this? I feel like I'm just wasting spaces by doing this. Wait a minute, if I actually jump it to before. No, that wouldn't work. Because then I'm trying to see if I can put it before. So it doesn't have to do the jumping method. But that's the starting of the code, so it doesn't work. It'll just read through that code and be like, the heck is this stuff, you know? But I think this should be fine. My guy's smart enough for this. Absolute positivity. I use 9 commands instead of 8. See, like, the thing is, the jump is necessary. I think my weakness is the jumps. I can't find a way to, like, optimize that without, like, getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 2 jumps that does the same thing. It just sends after the output. It just sends stuff back to the beginning. But I don't need it to go back to the beginning if I have the outputs ready. You know? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there a way I can, like, figure this part out? Nah, I'll figure it out eventually. Continue to elevator. Sabbatical beach paradise. It's another coffee break. This looks kind of bleak, not gonna lie. Who's that on the chair? Dude, he just drank some, like, sandy water. Do you see all those sand flying in the area? There's so much sand. Okay. Maximization room, year 14. But didn't we already do a maximization room? Wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, we did the maximization room. I just didn't have any stars for that because my code is very inefficient. Oops. Countdown. Yes, welcome back. Tick, tick, tick. Times keep ticking down. Let's to work. Oh, yes? I love what you done with your hair. Oh no, I'm bald now. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. Let's look at the equations. For each number in the inbox, send that number to the outbox, followed by all numbers down from 0. It's a countdown. You have one new command. They add 1 and subtract 1 from the item on the floor. Okay. Okay. So if we have a number, we just want to get to 0, right? So that means first inbox. Let's see. Let's do copy to, because I want to copy it to an area just in case. If negative. We'll skip it, right? And let's see. It was not negative. I actually want to bump it down. And then I'll output that. Output that. There's a lot of outputs in this game. I guess I gotta figure out the loop for this. Jump F0 all the way to the end. Actually, all the way to the beginning. I'm just gonna skip all that. F0, jump all the way to the end, beginning. But if not, we're just gonna keep jumping. Because that is what they do best. So this is a bit of an if statement situation here. Kinda chaotic, not gonna lie. Let's see if it works. You can't jump if negative with an empty hand. Okay. Right, because you can't just like throw stuff in the trash like that, huh? You gotta grab it and then see if it's negative. Oh no, it looks like I didn't learn my lesson. But I think this is legit. Look at me go. Such nice speed, guys. Oh, but I used 15 commands and I used 103 commands. That's a lot. So I definitely could reduce the amount of commands just by getting rid of these like output duplicates situation right here. But at the same time, you know, what choice do I have? What if I just reduce that? Right? I just get rid of this completely. And have this jump back to here. Let's see. If jump is negative, it'll go here, and then the jump is positive will go here. So they're both going to copy these numbers, and if the jump is negative, it's going to do one or the other. Right? Yep. Looks good so far. Yeah, if it's negative, it just jumps to the bottom. If it's not negative, it just jumps to the top. I pretty much just saved myself 4 lines of code just by optimizing it a bit more. Yeah. I optimized it to 4 lines, but I can optimize it to 5 lines. Although that did increase my steps count, which is not good. So just because of that, I made myself have more steps. That's gonna be a pain to figure out in the future. But that's future me to figure out. Seems like only yesterday we were learning about adding fond memories. We worked so hard back then. For each 2 things in the inbox, multiply them and outbox results. Don't worry about the negative numbers for now. You got labels. They can help you remember the purpose of each tile on the floor. Just tap any tiles on the floor to edit. Interesting. Okay, so what we can label the floors. I don't know why that's useful, but I guess that's something, right? Then again, it's probably better for the viewers to understand what's going on instead of just me having it all in my magical head. But let's do that then. For each of 2 things in the inbox, multiply them and outbox the results. Huh? Multiply them? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, I think I have an idea. I'm gonna get rid of y'all. I'm very sorry. So what I want to do is I want to put box 1 in and get another box 2. Okay, I can do it the easy way or the complicated way. The easy way will always guarantee the smaller number will be the number of times that I have to run through the code. But there's also a complicated way. Wait a minute. The complicated way is I can figure out which number is smaller and use that as the multiplier. Or the easy way, right? I just multiply 1 by 2 instead of 2 by 1 or stuff like that. I'm gonna go with the easy way first, just to have proof of concept. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so logically thinking 8 times 3 is 24. What happens is that I need to add 8 3 times. So how that works is that I will have to bump this down by 1. And then I have to redo all that jump with these numbers. I want to add 0, right? The question is, if I bump it, does it affect the stuff in my hand? I actually didn't check that in the last game. That might be important. Let's just play this out and see how it goes. 8, right? 3, bump. Okay, so it does not affect the stuff that's in my hand. That's good to know. First of all, and I also saw a big mistake that I had right there. I had to copy from 0. Add 1, bump 0. If the number reaches 0, I will just send it to the output. And then we'll start all over. Right? So this is my easy code, or at least the simple version of the code. Oops. Huh. Okay, so the bump thing requires me to take the box, which I don't want that to. Let's copy to a hello, bump one, and then copy from hello. Right? Because then the 4 to 3, the 4 just multiply by 3. I'll grab the 8, multiply by 2, and then multiply by 1. Oops. Okay, that's never gonna end, which is really funny. Anyway. Jump of 0. Copy from hello. I want to copy from hello, actually. Does that make sense? Let's see. Input, copy box 1, input, copy box 2, copy from 0, right? Add 0. Okay, that means I can get rid of this. At least I'm not gonna get rid of it, but I'm gonna move it down here. Copy from 0. Add 0. Copy to hello. Which means I need another copy from hello. So let's see, every time I bump -1, if it's 0, I go all the way to the end and paste it. But if not, I'll just copy from 0, add 1, and paste it to 0. This is a legit strategy, right? 4, right? Two, 1. This is very inefficient, if I had to say honestly. But there was only much I could do with these card colors. Yeah, it's taking a long time. It works, but it's just taking a long time. Uh-oh. I think I broke it. Don't worry about negative numbers for now. Okay, let me actually check what examples. Use 15 lines or use 109 steps? That's insane. Yeah, anyone just imagine doing that small amount of code? Management X0, but Outbox 8. Oh. Duh. Okay, so if any one of those numbers 0, you can actually skip it and just say it's 0. That might be smart. Jump if 0. Let's just go to output. Jump if 0. Oh, it actually wouldn't work because if both numbers are zeros, then that's not. I see. That's a very tough case, huh? So if there's a 0 situation, I gotta figure out how to get rid of that. And I have to get rid of duplicates too. That might be a problem. Let me just run it again just to make sure. Yeah, so the problem is definitely the 0 on the second place instead of the first place. Man, they are really making it tough, aren't they? Let's clear this out. Let's start from scratch. As a brilliant scientist would ever say. We have input from box 1, we have input from box 2. What do we want to do? Well, copy from. Actually, copy 2 is what I want. Copy to box 1. Right. If box 1 is ever 0, what I want to do is give it to the output and then throw the other one away. If box 2 is also 0, or if box 2 is a 0 ever, I also want to send it to the point where it just outputs and, you know, disappears. But if they are legit numbers, then I gotta do the bump method, don't I? Copy from box 0, add box 0, and then paste it the hello box. Right? So now we have these numbers that we can add. And now we do a bumping situation where we bump the negative number from number 1. And every time we bump it, okay, actually I may do that here. I need to copy from again. And this time I'm going to copy from hello. Jump if 0. Then I want to copy from the hello box, send it to the outputs, and then jump from the beginning. And I know I already passed my 15 line limits, which is kind of insane. I can't imagine doing this code in less than 15 lines. But anyway, let's take a look at this once again. Okay, so 7 is where we're at. Copy from 0, add 1, copy to hello, bump -1, which will give me that negative number. If the 0 is ever happening, I need to copy from hello. But if it doesn't happen, I need to make sure that this jumps back to the add 0. Okay, let's check what's happening. 9, right? 3. 9 plus 9 is 18. You're currently at 2. 1. Oh no, it's adding 1 extra. So the bump should be way before. So bump first. It was 0. You take it from hello. If not, you add. If not, you take from. You gotta take it from 0. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. I'm gonna take that out for now. But if it's not going to jump from 0 here, I think it's okay to copy to hello. Oh, this is a mess. What is this? 20 lines of code? It's gonna be a wild ride. Let's go. Okay, let's look at what happens slowly again. 4, hello, nice. 3, makes sense. Ah. So when they bump, it was not 0. You should copy from hello, add 0, then copy to hello. Instead of copying from the 1. They expected 0, but they outbox 3. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see where's my jump to zeros line going to? Okay, it goes to here. Outbox. Yeah. Wait, what? If it's 0, which it is, it should have gone to the outbox. And then to the inbox. And then it should have jumped. I see. Because of the second option. Which is what this is. That should just be outbox. I see. You know what? I'm going for inefficient coding this round. Yeah, I'm going for inefficient coding this round, just to make all the loops. Just to see if I can make it work, but in the future, I need to figure this out. See? It works, but that's not very clean. Yeah, look at that. Ew, 22 lines of code. Ew, 105 lines of speed. Gross. Okay, so now that we got it to work, I want to try to get it to work efficiently. So the best way to do that is to make sure we optimize the numbers. So let's say, for example, 8 times 3 versus 4 times 3. We want to make sure that the higher number gets multiplied by the small number instead of the small number being multiplied by the higher number. So the best way to do that I need to start from line 7. That means I need to go from... let's see. Okay. I want to copy from 0, right? Subtract from 2, from 1. If negative. So what this is saying is that if 1 minus 2, which means that 1 is, and it's a positive number, which means 1 is bigger than 2. We keep it like that. But if it's negative, I want to do something else. Dude, all these jumps. They're crying. Whoever's reading this code, they're like crying so hard right now. But it's okay, because it's my game. I do what I like. So the thing is, we'll actually be copying exactly from the methodology as the other one, except instead of from adding to 0, oh crap, I gotta stop doing that. And I gotta make sure my mouse doesn't like spaz out. I gotta make sure we add from 1 instead of adding from 2. Alright. And then we gotta make sure we have this bump -1. But instead of bump -1, it would be bump -0. And jump of 0. We just copied our code exactly like how we had it. Right? Let's see, once again, bump 0. I mean bump 1. Bump -1, bump -0, jump of 0. Where's jump of 0 goes to? Jump of 0 actually goes all the way till the end. So, my bump equals 0 needs to also go all the way till the end. I'm just copying my previous code. This is how you code in real world too. You kind of just copy other people's code and say it's yours. Just make it look like you know what you're doing. Okay, so that jump goes back to that. That jump goes back to the beginning. This jump goes back to where? Oop. Make sure we gotta bump it too, right? That's what this jump did. Yeah, it jumps after the bump. And after it does that, nice. And last but not least, we have to make sure to check the count of 0 is actually below. Copy to hello. Let's do a copy from and copy to. Right. And copy from. One and copy to hello. The mouse is spazzing out. I don't know how I feel about this, but okay. Let's watch the magic happens. Okay. So that means 4 is a bigger number. So you just takes the 12 to the end. Nice. It should be the same method for the numbers like that. 0 goes to the end. Okay. So now there's the bigger number, the 4. 4 is now the big number. And just like that, we saved ourselves some lines of code. Well, not really. We don't save lines of code, but we save lines of work. We definitely could have optimized that a bit better, but look at that. We saved ourselves 3 speeds, even though our code is longer, but hey, we improved on our speed. Let's go. That was not bad at all. I say that, but like that was a pain. Let's be real here. That was a pain. Okay, let's go back from the beginning, just to showcase what I did, and let's see if we can optimize it anyways. From box 1, box 0, box 1, box 1, box 1. Okay, so I can already see that I could have optimized that a bit more from here. It says copy from box 0, 7 box 1. But what if instead of taking the copy from, I just subtracted from 0 instead? Because I already have box 1 in my hand. So that's kind of redundant to just take from box 1 and box 2 again. I just need to make sure that I have all my code correct. If the numbers are negative, then I copy from box 0, I copied box 1. Okay. So the thing about this is that I need to replace line 9 to line 18 with line 19 from, you know, wherever it ends. I think this is where it ends. What does this code do? What the? Copy from, copy to. Do I ever use this line of code again? Ever? I don't think I use this code again. But let me just double check that code real quick. Alright, let's speed it up and run through the code. It goes through those, yeah. Okay. I don't think I've used that code. Yeah, like, this is a jump, right? So automatically goes to wherever it needs to go. That goes back to the beginning, that goes that to that. I don't really need those jumps, right? Am I just crazy? I guess I don't need those lines after all. It does decrease my lines, so that's good. I saved myself 4 lines of code. But I did say I had to do this, so let me just prepare myself mentally for this. 7 to... What the... That's not right. That's not the jump to 0 I'm going to look at. Is this one, jump of negative. Okay, so from 10 to 17... Place... I can't type. P-L-A-C-E. So I'm gonna place this place right here. Let's see, where does this line end? This ends right here. And perfect. So I just wanted to make sure I have space, that I know what goes where, kind of thing. Okay, let's Move that back to this. And let's copy everything over to jump if negative. This is very scary coding. Because if I mess up, my code doesn't work anymore. Is this the right one? Please tell me that this is the right one. I don't want to start from scratch again. Okay. So now I got that there. Let's go back to the beginning. What I wanted to do was get rid of this copy from 0. And instead of sub 1, it's sub 0. Okay. It's the same method, but essentially I save myself 2 lines of code. Yeah, see? I went from 34 or 33 to 32. And I set myself 3 lines of code. And down here too. Optimization at its worst. If you ever go into coding, this is how optimization is like, honestly. Just going back and forth, trying to figure out how to not ruin your sleep over saving 3 lines of speed. But yeah, I honestly think I might just end it here. It's been a fun game. I got to 20 rounds, which is honestly pretty good for my first time going through it. Hopefully the next time I'll be able to get through further and get to learn more about this cool game, because I actually really enjoy it. There's a lot of cool mechanics that you can just use. And if you know coding, it helps a bit, but it's still pretty confusing if you're not really prepared. So, yeah. That's what I'm gonna call it for tonight. I guess I'll just have to see you guys next time on episode 2 of Human Resource Machine. Have a great day.